right, guys, I'm finally gonna make you guys some biscuits, and I just told my wife, I said, you know, I don't know why, but I'm a little bit nervous doing this video. I don't get to the tractor part don't bother me, but evidently this does. So, okay, we're making buttermilk biscuits. Now I know there's 1,000 different ways to make these things, and this is just the way I make them. I won't have no so-called recipe in the description. The video's pretty much going to be the recipe, because there is no recipe, and you'll see as I'm making the video. So basically it's just going to start out with 2 cups of flour and some buttermilk, and then you'll have to bring it in from there. So it may wind up being more, which is more likely going to be more. But anyway, having said that, on biscuits, I will say, have you a good thick, this is actually stoneware. It's the, oh man, what's the one? Pampered Chef stoneware. And I like it pretty good, and I've used it for about 10 years now. But either something thick like this, stoneware, or something Lodge thick, like their pizza pan. Don't use any of those aluminum non-stick little pans, man. They will burn the bottom of something just in a heartbeat. In my opinion, you'll want something thick. So, all right, let's get into it. First thing you gotta do, let's pop this thing to bake. 4, 5, 0, start. Now, you didn't see me, let me let the rack up. You didn't see me preheat it before I always I turn the oven on first, make the biscuits, put them in the oven, and let them go. So I will say, I'll tell you what I'm using now. This is a self-rising flour, Southern Biscuit. I don't know if that's a nationwide deal or not, or if that's just something kind of local to North Carolina, South Carolina, but Southern Biscuit is real good flour. I really like it. So this little sifter here is a cup. So I just start out with 2 of these, and unless the flour for some reason or another give me an indication that it needs to be sifted, I don't sift it. So we'll start out with 2 of them, and then I'll go ahead and get me some ready for when I need it in a minute. So we'll sit this over here. Now, got to use some shortening. Now they have the Crisco butter shortening. It's not that great. So again, this is one of those look and see things. That's probably 2 tablespoons. And that's probably another 2. And I just look at it, maybe just a shot more. Because I like, what that'll do, that'll give you kind of a crispy flake. That'll kind of give you it crispens up the biscuit a little bit on the outside, from what I've seen. One of you guys can let me know the professional name for this. I'm not sure what it is, but I do know I use it for my biscuits. And we'll incorporate that Crisco into the dough here. And again, this is kind of a feel thing. You're just feeling and looking and seeing how much it's incorporated in. I'm gonna get flour all over me. I told Will this morning we was gonna do some stuff outside, and I said, well, I'm gonna make biscuits anyway, son, so I might as well video it, because it's gonna happen. All right, so we got that incorporated into the flour. Now here's the buttermilk part. Is it a cup? Is it a half cup? 3/4? I don't know. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna get the buttermilk in there, we're gonna get it mixed up, and I'll show you how we'll bring it back to us in a minute. All right, now I will say, have you a favorite bowl and a favorite spoon? This bowl and this spoon I've always made biscuits in. So we'll just pour it in there till I say, okay, that's probably gonna mix up pretty good. And I like pushing away like this instead of coming to me. I push away a lot too, and then, you know, come around like this. And I see that that's probably gonna be enough buttermilk. It's gonna get it nice and sticky. It's gonna get it all wet. Obviously, I want all of it wet. And it's good and sticky. Yeah, that's gonna work out good right there. All right, so it's nice and sticky. So we'll set that aside. And we don't need the buttermilk no more. And we're gonna put us a layer of flour down on the counter here. Sounds like a helicopter. All right, get the layer of flour down. Now we're gonna pull this out. I'm gonna pop it right down on that layer of flour. All right, done with the bowl. Done with the spoon. And now, this is what I call, we're gonna bring the dough to us. Now, it's obviously too wet to do anything with. So now I'm gonna bring it to me to working level. So we'll just put a layer of flour on it like that, which allows us to start working it a little bit. Start folding it in on itself. Fold it back in. And so every time I fold it and move it and push down on it, I'm working that flour into that dough. Try to keep it on the table, not on the floor. And now this thing's starting to firm up a lot. And so when that gets to where it's not mushy, but yet not brick hard, and which is about right there now. So we'll do one more fold this way, and we'll spread our flour out again. And again, we'll knock it on the floor. Sometimes on this first one, I'll fold the tails up under it like this and make a big old mess. Look at there. We'll get that off in a little bit. All right, so on the rolling pin, now I would like to have a rolling pin that had washers on it that would give it the 1/2 inch clearance that I like trying to get, but I don't have that. I use my wife's rolling pin. This is one she makes tortillas with. And after you get used to it, it does pretty good. So I'm shooting for about a 1/2 inch, guys. Is it gonna be that all the way across? I don't know. But that's what we're shooting for. Okay, biscuit size. Now add that pins. I like this. I've used this for years and years and years, but the rest of the Jtwes crew likes this size. It's a little Coca-Cola glass I got, and that's the size they like. So that's what we've been doing. Another thing on one of these, like one of these pans like this, you don't have to put no oil or anything on it, because it over years it'll build up just like a Lodge pan. Speaking of Lodge, I don't know if I've told you guys, but I really like Lodge stuff. I know there's a lot of people who, you know, swear by the old stuff, and it is good, don't get me wrong. I would take an old Lodge pan, an old Wagner or something like that. I'd take one in a heartbeat. But honest to goodness, the new Lodge stuff that they build nowadays, 2022, it's a pretty good pan. I mean, it's not like they forgot how to build them from when they started building them. So yeah, you get you a new Lodge pan and you start your own history. I think me and Lino got one when I got married, and it's, you know, you start your own history with that one. So we'll continue on cutting them out here. Yeah, sometimes the glass gets a little sticky. like that side right there got a little thicker. That's probably the thickness I should be. Some of these are actually just a tinge thin. But again, that comes with the rolling pin and just pressing down a little too hard. So we'll fold a few more into it. I hear that oven. Get us a couple more out of this thing here. Sometimes I'll take my fingers like this and clean that rim, and that'll help her from sticking. Oh yeah, coming on right nicely. Appreciate everybody watching my videos. I know this is we'll probably release this video midweek. Something to get us through to the next outside video. I don't want to say cultivating video, because you know we try to do different things other than that. So all right, now all we got to do now is put them in the oven. Let me get a little bit of this flour off my hand and I'll put it in the oven. Now I was going to show you guys something here once I put it in the oven. Let me just wash my hands real quick, guys. And then we'll put it in the oven. Clean the flour off our pants. There we go. All right, so we'll take these little boogers. And the reason why the rest of the crew here likes this size is because it fits a sausage patty pretty good. Niece's sausage, y'all, if any of you guys from around here know that Niece's is in a square container, and it fits that good. And the bigger biscuits, you know, they just they don't fit a lot of times the meat that you're putting on them. So I think that's why most everybody around here likes the small one. What I was going to show you real quick while that's cooking. So we were talking about pans, and yes, I do take and find pans and restore them. And what I want to tell you about this, and it's one of my favorite pans ever. And I was at a house working, and it was under the gutter. I believe, yeah, under the gutter to drain. And you know, the guy asked me, "Hey, you want that?" And I said, "Yeah, I'll take it." So I took it home, put it in the fire, got it cherry red. Got it out of the fire cherry red and wire brushed it while it was still cherry red. Got all the rust off, seasoned it up, and I knew when I was scraping it that the water had corroded and put what I call little dimples all in this pan. And most folks, when they see that, they're like, "Yep, it's ruined. You know, never use it again. It's got dimples in it." But we call her dimples. And I'm telling you what, you talking about one of the best cooking pans I got is dimples. I can do bacon, I can do eggs, the eggs don't stick. Those little dimples in the bottom of that pan haven't stopped this thing 1 second. So we're going to use some Haggerty sausage this morning. I think that's the name, Haggerty. It comes already, I'm going to put just a pinch of oil in the bottom of that. This Haggerty's don't have a lot of fat in it. So we're going to use some Haggerty sausage this morning. And as you can see, guys, it's going to fit that biscuit just about perfect. So we'll let that cook up a little bit. We'll come back to you when she's rising and do a little check on it. And then we'll come back when I got this cleaned up and with the biscuits on it. We'll come back when I get them out of the oven too. We'll see. Guys, let's get a little sneak peek. Ooh, what we got there? Don't let too much heat out. Looking good. Won't be long. Just wait another minute. You'll see them. Smoke it. Okay, guys, moment of truth. We got Dimples all cleaned back up. We got our sausage ready. So we'll set her over here. Let's get them out. Oh, look at here, yeah. Now these biscuits, I kind of pick about it, is like a fine steak. They need to sit for about 5 minutes before you serve them up. They need to rest just a little bit. If y'all like this video, I can do one on skillet cornbread. That's pretty good. Involves using bacon grease for the oil. All right. There is my buttermilk biscuits. Nice good crusty bottom on them. As you can see, that sausage is gonna fit just right. We're gonna crack that one open. Like I said, I normally like letting them rest a second or two, but we'll crack this one open and let you see it. And yes, it is hot. Nice and fluffy. So we'll take that piece of sausage. Got us a nice breakfast biscuit. Thank you guys for watching. God bless you. God loves you. We'll see you on the next one.